just wait to see if anybody gets on. So those watching the replay, that's what I'm doing. I am say hello if you're watching the replay. I'm just waiting to see who's going to pop on. And I'm looking at my computer right here if anybody's wondering. So I'm looking at my computer because I want to answer or talk about some of the things that people have asked questions about, that they've... So I will just be looking at my computer and then kind of talk in here. And if anybody jumps on, if anybody has any questions, even if you're watching the replay, post them below. Hi, Rebecca. Who else is on? Is anybody else on? Say hello when you get on. Okay, I'm just going to start. Might be kind of early for people. I know people tend to watch at night. All right. So I'm going to talk about, 4 people already. Say hello when you come on. Let me know who's watching. I got some comments when I welcome new members. I always ask, what can I help you with? And things like that. So that's what I'm looking at. I decided I'm just going to do a video. Hi, Joanne, because sometimes it just takes too long. I don't like typing, you guys. I don't like typing. I don't like texting. I don't like writing much. I'd rather do a video. I'd rather talk. I'd rather chat. So here we go. If you have any questions, hi, Joanne, post them, and I will answer them. If you guys have time, post them. Post your questions if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about some concerns, not really questions, that people have had here. Okay, inability to handle stress and sleepless nights. I can fall asleep, but then wake up feeling anxious in the middle of the night. Feelings of anxiety. Yep. 47. So when that happens, that is it is a symptom of perimenopause. So when our hormones are really fluctuating. It's also because, our feel-good hormones, oh my God, we have so many hormones, the dopamine, the serotonin, all of those things fluctuate also, right? Hi, Tammy. Fluctuate. And so no wonder our moods are so affected, right? If you've ever had a 13-year-old daughter, oh my God, well, that's what you're like right now, right? If you're in this hormonal phase, roller coaster, because hormones give us our feelings, our moods, right? So no wonder we're affected that way. But the best thing you can do is to know that that's what's going on. It won't last forever, but also it's like, oh, okay, this is just hormones. It's not real. There's nothing real, because it can feel when we wake up with these doom and gloom or these anxious thoughts or worry. It's not real. It's the chemical imbalance. It's like the chemicals, which are the hormones, right? So that is what I talk about, the inner work. I know when I talk so much, and you guys see me so much about your thoughts, your beliefs, all of that, doing the work, like as in, I hate to call it work, but getting to know yourself, journaling to create your life, setting intentions, talking about how you want your life to be, really connecting on the inside, not letting other people's energies bother you. That is why I talk about it, because that affects your energy. So when you are not grounded, when you are not, when you don't have a solid vision, a solid whatever, right? You're affected by so much more. So of course you're going to feel the differences in energy. You're going to feel anxious faster and easier. You're going to be pulled out into these off states. You're going to be affected by other people's energies. Just think like if you were a strong, grounded tree, like an oak tree or something, and you don't move, right? You're just very strong and grounded. Nothing much really affects you. But if you're like a young willow tree or something, and you're out there and you're like, whoa, anything can move you, anything, you're just affected by the environment you're around, by the wind, by noise, by snow, by whatever, right? You're just so affected by it. That's the difference. You are not standing strong and grounding from within. So you really need to kind of like explore yourself more, more time for yourself, more time to yourself, and not be affected by other people. So really it's almost like a time to go more in, definitely a time to go more inward, and a time to also maybe be alone a little more, because you are just highly affected by others' energy, unless you practice every day, practice your grounding, coming into who you are, staying solid. So I wake up still, because I'm completely over menopause, still sometimes feeling a little anxious, or I used to every morning, and wonder, well, that's not right. I shouldn't wake up feeling that way. But now I wake up, before I go to bed, I do like a little ritual. This is crucial, and don't say you don't have time for it, right? You go to bed, and even just sitting, breathing, grounding, focus on like the energy coming through the crown, down through your head, right down to the center of the earth, and kind of like holding on to the center of the earth like roots of a tree, and then coming back up, 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 extending to the universe. So like you're connected upwards, and then you're connected to the earth, right? That's very strong. You're being held and connected by both these points. You're being supported, right? Otherwise, you're just floating around, being affected by everything. So developing whatever is strong for you, your faith, trust, faith, a practice that you do, right? Some sort of a practice that you do that makes you feel that grounded, that connected, that supported within yourself, right? With God, within yourself, with the angels, with spirit, whatever you want to call it. But you guys, that is a must. That is a must if you want to feel that way. If you want to feel more peaceful, if you want to feel more connected, if you want to feel more supported, if you want to feel more grounded, don't rely on other people in your life to give you that, especially at this phase of life, because they probably won't. So really do that within yourself, feel really strong with it, and that will help your feelings of anxiety. It's always because we get taken out. We get taken out of our grounded, right? It's easy. We just fly off like this. So you got to think, I got to bring myself back to center. I got to bring myself back to center, right? So you can look at grounding techniques. You can look at little types of breathing techniques that help ground you, that help you feel better, connect to yourself, to your breath, to inside you, right? I'm exactly what you're saying now. My teen sons do not understand it. Yep. I want to cry when they argue with me and I have to go in my room. Good. Yep. That is right. I went and I had a bath every single night for years. And I read the book, Eat, Pray, Love, over and over and over and over again. That was my solitude. That was my connecting to myself again. And I did like angel cards, like Doreen Virtue, who used to be more into angel cards. Like I found my spirituality. I found my faith. I found my center. And that's so important. So it all happens for a reason. It's just telling me you need to find you. What's going to help you stay centered, peace, and calm? What's going to be your faith? What are you going to believe in? What practices can you include in your life that's going to make you feel good? Yeah, like yoga too, every day. Absolutely. And everybody has something different, right? Like I just can't sit still and meditate. I will fall asleep, or my mind will wander. That's why I've read spiritual books. That's why I've read self-help books, where I've listened to meditations or talking meditations. I listen to Abraham Hicks. I do my angel cards, right? Like, no one knows what those are. You have to look them up. It's just like supportive messages from your angel. Prayer, absolutely. Asking for guidance is one of the best things you can do, because you will always get an answer. So asking for guidance, please show me how I can deal with this better. I have had days where I've gone, angels, God, whatever, because I say God sometimes, spirit, whatever. I am feeling so out of sorts. I'm feeling bitchy. I'm feeling cranky. I'm mad. I don't know why. I choose not to feel like this anymore. Please support me and help me so that I can feel better soon. Please show me a better way I can feel. Please show me something that's going to help get me out of this mood, and bang. In a little while, I feel better, right? So asking for guidance, praying for guidance. Not praying for you know, you want to make sure you state things in a positive way and not like, oh, why, my God, why am I feeling this way? Why is so much crap happening to my life? Why doesn't anybody understand me? No, those aren't what you want to talk about. You want to ask questions, powerful questions, where the answers are going to help you get out of what you're in. What can I do now? What is something that'll make me feel better now, right? What should I say now? What can I do now to get out of this? I choose to feel better. Please help me feel better about this, right? Those types of things you want to ask. That's the powerful questions. Even when it comes to eating, right? I see that I'm craving these, or I'm about to grab for this, but please support me. I choose to eat healthy. I want my body to feel better. So please support me in choosing healthier foods. Please guide me so that I know what to do next. All of those things. And that's what I journal too. So it's really important to like do this every day. So if someone says, I just don't have time, there's just no way I can fit this in, then you will just end up staying like this, floating around, being affected by everybody else. But you know, some people love that drama. Some people love to stay helpless, hopeless, and some people like to have people feel sorry for them, right? I just hope it's not you, right? Let's see. Sleep. So sleep disruption is very, very common in midlife. Now, the best things you can do, or like we said, do the grounding practices, do something, some sort of ritual before you go to bed so that you're letting your body know this is the time for me to relax. And if you have a hard time, what I used to do was write out my to-do list for the next day, or all the things I need to do, just getting all those thoughts out of my head on a piece of paper. Then I would take my time to really relax and not think about the day, or not think about tomorrow, just be in the moment. And I do breathing, counting my breaths. 6 or 7 inhale. Well, it's probably shorter. 5 counts inhale, 7 or 8 counts exhale, and just continually counting, and that'll help you relax. And then focus on relaxing your shoulders, your body, your neck, your face, right? Just practice on that, and that'll help ground you before you go to bed. And then gratitude, lists of things you're gratitude for, even saying them, reading even from an affirmation book or affirmation, just getting positive messages into your head before you go to bed. Very important. And being grateful for all the things that you have in your life. And then when you wake up in the morning, hand on heart, connect to you, connect to your heart. You can set intentions like, today I choose to be an amazing day. I choose to connect with people in a wonderful way, right? I choose to be loving today. I choose to really love today. Or I choose to, let's say there's some difficult person, right? I choose to see their goodness. I choose to see their goodness, and I choose to respect them. So things like that. You can choose how your day goes, but you need to start and connect into your body, breathing in through your heart, feeling your body, feeling your stomach, feeling how things feel. So again, grounding into yourself before you start your day, so that you're solid like a tree, so that when you go out into the world, the first thing isn't going to irritate you and throw you off, right? That'll really help with anxious. Also, EFT. Has anybody done emotional freedom technique, where you're doing some tapping? Look it up. There's lots of videos on YouTube. It's called EFT, or emotional freedom technique. That helped me so much because I could do it in. I might post some videos I have for it, and I can post them in this group. Really make it a huge difference for me. And then not sleeping at night. You can go now and buy lots of formulations in a good health food store for sleeping. There's tons now, which is fantastic. Go talk to somebody. I see what they suggest. Try it. It takes a while for those types of natural supplements to work. Give them time. But the more you get stressed out about it, the less it's going to help. So it's just more understanding why it's happening and resting up when you are tired. Like just doing the best you can. Taking a nice long bath before you go to bed. Relax. That's what I did every single night through perimenopause. Had a nice long bath. And exercising helps. If you're really not moving enough and not doing enough physical activity, then it will be harder to sleep. So when you do something where you're like really getting out into the fresh air and you're running around or walking up hills or doing stairs, something like that too. Our body needs to move like that, right? just reading someone else's comments here. Birth control. Someone was taking birth control. Yeah. Oh my God, don't take it at 40-something years old. For one, that's just estrogen. That's just going to lead to weight gain. Weight gain, weight gain, weight gain. Menopause is when you haven't had your period for 1 full year. You haven't had it at all for 1 full year, then you're in menopause. Hot flashes can come at any time. They came to me much later. Night sweats tend to be during perimenopause. There's lots of supplements. Why I don't give a lot of suggested supplements is because there's hundreds. And everybody lives in a different state or province or country, right? And so certain products are sold in Canada, some are not sold in the States. Some are sold in the States, not here. Some are not sold in Europe. Some are sold in Europe and not sold anywhere else. So it's really important you find a health food store you trust. Don't just go on Amazon and try to pick your own. That is just not going to work. Not until you know exactly what you order. You could follow, there's a girl who's really good with hormones. Let me just see this. She has her own supplements now. I keep forgetting about this. Here it is. hormonesbalance.com. If you want supplements, I trust her completely. She's in the US though. So I'm just going to put her here. A site for supplements online that I would completely trust. She has done so much studying. It is Hormone Balance. I think it's this, hormones, oopsie. Let me see if that's it. Yeah, hormonesbalance.com. I think that's it, hormonesbalance.com. There we go. She has a few recipes there too. But remember, you guys, some of her recipes that she has too are for, she works with women with the hormone imbalance no matter what age they are, thyroid problems and stuff. So because if you're in midlife and you're having to deal with the midlife weight gain, you are different still. So you do want to cut back on some of the starches. So she might have a recipe for higher starch, something. Well, yeah, you wouldn't want to eat a lot of that, right? Yep. Good, Rebecca. Yes, the problem with hormones, so there's different, right? Like the doctor will give you synthetic hormones. A natural path will give you bio-identical hormones that won't put on the weight. Synthetic hormones are going to put on the weight and they're going to have water retention. And they're not good for you. You will feel like crap. But yeah, you won't have a hot flash. But you're going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Because it's not natural. And then when you go to get off them, you go through extreme withdrawals and you feel even worse than before. So your regular doctor doesn't know hormone balance. He was not taught hormone balance. It's not his specialty or her specialty. They don't know anything about it unless they chose to learn. Yeah, so that's why it's important to go. So I put a site, hormonesbalance.com. She has her own supplement line. And if you're in the US, that's where I'd get them from. Or go to a health food store and some trusting brand, right? But if you want to order online, she's good. I trust her stuff. Because she studies hormones. She studies all hormone imbalances. A lot of thyroid issues. She was Hashimoto's. She was diagnosed with that. So a lot about severe hormone issues, okay? So if somebody's, wants to get on some sort of a really good supplement, you can read which ones might be for you, okay? But don't self-diagnose, of course. But I mean, yeah, you can get some good supplements for various hormone things through her. Just watch some of the foods. Like I said, if you're over 45, then, The foods she recommends may not be a good ones for you during this phase just because of where you are in your life. That's why. Okay, I'm going to see what else the comments were for. Let me see. Yeah, caffeine. If you're experiencing anxiety, worry, and all that, it's really is best to cut out caffeine. Totally. Keeping my head in the game for weight loss, lose 40 pounds. Yeah, staying focused and staying, that's what I talk a lot about. So my programs are very, very, very mindset in a way, but fun way, good way, aha moment ways, like never drudgery. I don't believe in going deep and blah, 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 and this drudgery and heaviness. No, we bring out into the light what's probably holding you back. And we, right? You let it go. And then it's more about reframing and about designing and creating what you desire instead of continually letting what you don't want drag you down. That's a wrong thing to do. The past is the past. It's now time to create the way you want your life to go. That's what is so important. And if you're not consciously doing that every single day, you will get thrown off. You will be all or nothing. You will be starting, stopping, doing good, feeling depressed, beating yourself up, all of that, right? So that's how important the inner work is. And I found, I don't do much of the inner work I do now. On my own, I never did. It wasn't until I took programs through coaches and stuff for mindset and all that, that's when I really began the work. Yeah, no, not much for weight loss, Rebecca. You know, I mean, there's Ashtanga and there's some really hot yogas. Like, let's say if you did a hot yoga infrared, right? They have now the hot yoga and infrared. Yes, that will aid in weight loss because it's helping your body to detox. And our fat holds toxins. So when we're continually taking in toxins like preservatives, you got to read every single label, every single packaged food, every single drink you drink, everything, all the labels. Anything where there's chemical names and natural flavor and natural whatever, those go into your body. They cannot be broken down. They cannot be broken down or metabolized by your body because they're not real. They're not food. Your body only wants food. So when it gets that, what it does is it's junk to it. It's junk. So it needs a big junk pile. Your fat's the junk pile. Okay, we're just going to store these toxins in that fat over there because the fat holds the toxins really well. Keeps your body safe. Keeps your organs safe. So she needs more fat because we have more toxins to store. So keep bringing on the fat because we got to throw the toxins in there. That's what's more important to think about is, yeah. So that's why sometimes like a hot yoga, infrared yoga will really help your body sweat out. And sweating is a great way to release some toxins. So that is how it can help your weight loss. Another way that yoga can help your weight loss is more like a positive, it gets you in more of a positive state. So decreases stress and anxiety and get you in more of a positive state. So yes, in that way, it can help weight loss. Because when you're in a consistent state of stress or anxiousness, you will not lose weight. Your body sees that as danger. So when your body sees danger, it thinks she cannot lose weight right now because this is a dangerous situation. Who knows when she'll get to eat again? Because we're talking hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. So when you're in that heightened state, you will not release weight. So yoga can help you decrease your stress, get down from that heightened state. Therefore, your body's more relaxed and it can start to let go of the weight. So in that way, yes, it can help for that. Let's see. Hot flashes can be insane and night sweats, yes. That's when I suggest going to some of these natural supplements and taking something. And it'll help in a little while. Not overnight, maybe not even 1 month. It takes a little while. But regular synthetic hormones, those will help like that. But when you try to get off them, you're gonna hate the whole, and you're gonna gain weight. When I hit perimenopause, health issues came for me. Someone just asked. Yeah, I got a lot of digestive problems. So this hormones control basically everything in our body. So when our hormones are fluctuating, when they're like this, it can affect every system of our body. Digestive system is a huge one. I had really bad acid reflux. I had really bad constipation. I had mood swings like crazy. Felt anxious a lot. First time ever. Night sweats. Yeah, my period was crazy for a while. So it can affect so many things. But no, it does end. It does end. And the first thing to work on is food and stress. Food and stress. So food, for sure, because what you're eating has a direct correlation to how you feel, how your body, how much energy your body has left over. When you eat heavy foods, bad foods, it's really heavy on your digestive system and you get exhausted because it's tiring. Plus, you're not even feeding your hormones what they need. If you don't feed your normal hormones the right food, how the heck are they going to work for you? It's like not putting gas in your car, right? Food is not food. There are differences. A plate of white frickin' pasta is not a plate of broccoli. Completely different. So it's not about how much you eat. It's not about weighing your food. It's not about counting calories. It's not about that. It's about what nutrients are in the foods you are eating. Are they the nutrients that feed and fuel your hormones? Because if they are, you're going to feel a lot better. If they are not, you're going to feel a lot worse, right? And what foods help decrease inflammation? What foods decrease inflammation? What foods help your body to naturally detox, right? And that's what you get all in my programs. That's all we do. You get all those kind of foods. Does anybody have any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Do the hormones in meat, thank you. Absolutely. The hormones in meat, in the conventional meats, act like estrogens in our body. So they mimic, well, they kind of are. So when they give the hormones to the animal, they hold them in their fat and in their meat, right? When they do the antibiotics for the animals, when they do any of the dewormers, anything they inject or feed or GMO foods, genetically modified foods to the animals, when you eat that animal, you also bring it into your body. So you're taking in all these growth hormones. You're taking in all these fake hormones, these hormones, because they want to fatten up the animals. So now you're eating them. You don't think they're going to make you fat. They fed them. They put them to the cow or to the pig or whatever, and the chicken to make them fat. It's just going to make you fat. That's why we have so many heavy, younger people now, because they're eating all this meat that is so full of hormones. Plus plastics. What to take for a migraine? I get those, Lisa Anna. Lisa or Liza? Yeah, I haven't found the secret to that. I use essential oils. Plus I take pills. I just take over-the-counter stuff. Yeah. I get hormonal ones once a month. Some are worse. I had one really bad last night. Really bad last night. I do a lot of relaxation, and some hormones are caused by stress for me. So when I'm in stress, when I'm in overwhelm, I may end up getting a hormone. So then it's knowing that and going, okay, here it is. This is what's happening. You've done this to yourself. So what are you fighting? What aren't you happy with? What is not good in your life? What are you stressed about? So it's going through all of that. That's fine. I was told by doctor from blood work that my inflammation level is high. Is turmeric and ginger good for that? Yes, but so many other things too, Rebecca. Lots of greens, lots of vegetables, and maybe some things like wheatgrass powder, spirulina, a really good mixed green powder, high alkaline foods. Okay, so you'll look up high alkaline foods. And that's my programs all contain high alkaline foods. Yeah, Rebecca, ginger and turmeric are the ones that we hear a lot about. And so the foods, then you also want to look at, Rebecca, what foods cause inflammation. Breads, all white junk, crackers, anything simple carbohydrates, sugar, alcohol, coffee, So I'm lumping like scones, muffin, breads, any kind of bread you can think about. So mostly grains, right? Preservatives, junk food, fast food, deep fried foods, ice creams, dairy, all of those things are high inflammation to the body, cause inflammation within the body. So you want to look at high alkaline foods. Yeah, high alkaline foods. And no junk, no packaged food, no preservatives. Those are crazy bad for that. So read every single label, every single can, every single jar of pickles, every single thing you start to read. No pop, none of that, right? I've noticed that on the days that I have my green smoothie, I get a wicked head. Interesting. Could it be from the maca or moringa powder? Yes, Joanne, I get a headache when I have moringa powder. It's a food. It causes me a headache. So, it could be a couple things. Moringa powder could be detoxing you to a deep level, or it's a food that you just can't tolerate. Take out the moringa and try it. And if that doesn't feel good, take out the maca and try it with the green smoothie without those things in it. And then you know it's one of those things. Yeah. Most likely. Hi, Brenda. What's the cry face for? Does anybody have any questions? And it's okay, you can ask questions. That's what I'm here for. I don't do this that often, so take advantage of it. I just got these long comments when I welcome new members, and I'm like, I just want to talk about it because it's, because when you're new to this page and you haven't watched many of my videos, you haven't seen, right? Health issues will come out more. That's why it's so important to take better care of you at this phase of your life. Extremely important. The eating is a huge part, but it's not everything. So somebody, let's say, can eat really clean, but then not handle their life stressors, not handle, they may do too much for somebody, may never have time for themselves, may be feeling frustrated, not being able to live the life they want to live, not happy in their situation, not happy in their job, not happy in their life, not happy with their relationship. All those things will completely control things. So you may be eating really well, but those things in your life are so out of balance that you probably won't lose the weight, right? Because your body is in dis-ease, right? So dis-ease. It is not feeling good. It's trying to tell you it's out of balance. It's trying to tell you these things by the symptoms, by the things you're getting. It's your job to listen and go, okay, this is, instead of saying, I'm too busy, there's nothing I can do. I'm too busy, there's nothing I can do. I can't change my life. I can't leave my husband. I can't do this. I can't do that. That will only keep you stuck. Oh, that's why, Brenda. That's so funny. Okay, that's okay. I don't mind. So yeah, when you're going through this phase of life, it is an invitation for you to really get to know yourself again and to do what's right for you. It is such an... Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Are you in Edmonton? Yeah, during this phase of life, it's like all these things are happening to you right now. And it's because you are changing into a different phase of life. Just like an adolescent girl is experiencing so much, but that's because she's becoming a woman, right? So we would never say to her, well, she's crazy. Is she always going to be like this? Oh my God. Why people don't understand women in midlife? Because they're like, so many men and stuff don't get that. They just think, oh, it's just crazy. She's in menopause, whatever. Not trying to understand that it does feel crazy. And someone posted about how at work, it's really hard because you can forget, the hormones will cause you to have very short memory, not be able to remember things. I remember walking into a room and I had no idea what I went in there for. Almost every day, multiple times. I'd be in the middle of a sentence and I couldn't remember what I was talking about. I'd be teaching yoga class and I'd forget the sequence. Oh my God, totally forget the sequence. So I was doing, and a personal trainer during this phase, I'd be like, I'm blank. I totally forgot. So of course I thought I was going crazy, and I thought, oh my God, how can I handle work? How can I handle work when I'm feeling like that? So yes, for some women who have, let's say, a high pressure job, it would be a tough time. That's when you really, really want to investigate the herbs and the supplements that you can take to do the best you can. Hey, Sheila, how are you doing? Hair loss, biotin. So Sheila, biotin, or you can get a hair loss formula at a really good health food store. Yeah, I lost so much too, Sheila. Ugh. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, there's biotin's a good one, and most of the hair loss formulations all have biotin in them. Oh, I see. Okay, Tanya, good. Yeah, Sheila, that's what I went through really bad. Stress causes hair loss also, but definitely hormones. So we need to fuel our body, right? So hormones need a lot of minerals. So most people are deficient in minerals. You know, there's so much talk about protein. I'm really sick of that, but there's so much talk about protein and protein drinks and protein this. And you guys really watch. Lots of the crazy hormone drinks out there are so full of junk. I don't know, Sheila. Everyone would be different. So look at when you buy the supplement, look at it. Because like every formulation is a different amount and stuff. So yeah. I was taking 2 biotin a day, and that was helping a bit. I just took biotin, but you can buy ones that have a few mixes, hair and nails, things like that. So really it's the protein, it's the keratin, right? Also, are you getting good quality proteins, right? This is, I just want to show you guys, it's backwards though. BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, are amino acids which are the building blocks to protein. So these are really good. These are, when you buy the BCAAs, they contain some of the most important amino acids for you. So that's something you can look at also, Sheila, is drinking this in your water. Really good for muscle, really good for athletes too. So BCAAs. Just get one that's unflavored. PVL is pretty good. And Prairie Naturals, I think, is pretty good. So get some BCAAs too. Yeah, so for good proteins, right? But you don't want the whole bunch of conventional meat. That's junk, right? So, yeah. Okay, and I thought someone else asked a question. I just saw, let's see what I see here. I missed it. If someone else, I didn't ask your question, ask it again, because I think I might have missed it. Okay. Any other questions? And I will be starting, I have a 30-day program going on now, which is absolutely amazing. Those guys are doing incredible. And I will be doing a 21-day in July, 21-day program. And we go through all of this stuff in 21 days. And I tell you, you get it. Okay. It's important not to forget the inside of you, right? That's what I was talking about, the inner game. So we focus a lot on the weight loss or weight. Oh, also what I want to talk about is when you focus so strongly on the weight or losing weight. Okay, I haven't lost weight, I haven't lost weight, I haven't lost weight. Remember the law of attraction. What you focus on expands, right? Where you put your focus, you're going to get more of. So the more you talk about what you don't have or what isn't working, the more you're going to draw that energy towards you. So by asking, I think at the beginning of this, earlier in the video, I was giving you a lot more statements to what can you ask, like what powerful questions can you ask, right? Like, please show me what I can do right now. What are some of the best things? This is what you're asking yourself, the universe, whatever. What are some things I can do to help my body release this weight? Ask yourself in a journal and then write it down. You probably already know. You'd write down, I'm going to eat, and you'd probably know what foods are better for you to eat. You're going to exercise in a good way. Extreme exercise during this phase of life is not the thing to do, especially if you're feeling a little stressed, a little tired, because exercise is stress on your body if you are already feeling exhausted or tired. And If you're already feeling fantastic and you feel great every day, then a lot of exercise is probably fine for you now. But also exercise helps to decrease stress. But the type of not strenuous exercise, right? So the type of exercise that decreases stress, if you are caught up in the huge hormone fluctuation, would be things like yoga, hiking, walking, maybe a short little, like a run, jog, doing weights, things like that. But people who do extreme boot camps or do extreme hours and hours of things, thinking the more they do, the more weight they're going to lose, is not true. If you are during the big hormone fluctuation and you are already dealing with not being able to sleep well, being tired, feeling fatigued, feeling heavy, gaining weight, when you're in that, extreme exercise is not your friend, because it's just more stress to your body. But moving your body is important. Right, so if the focus is always just on the weight, you're only going to be let down. But your focus needs to be on health, and you need to focus on how you want to live your life, how you want your life to be, how you want to feel, how you want to be, things you'd like to do, how you want to experience life. And then you focus on those things, because that's more about bringing things into balance in all areas. Like I said, if you're just dealing with the weight, but all the rest of your life is a mess, you're not going to lose the weight. You're just not. It's not going to happen. Especially during this phase of life, right? So the focus needs to be on whole health. Whole health. And that takes doing little bits of things consistently. And that's why my programs are so great, because you're practicing doing these little things consistently. You're getting it into a groove, into a habit, into a you're integrating it into your life, and that's the most important thing. Usually we don't have all these things integrated in our life. They're like, here, I got to do this, I'm supposed to do this, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Oh my God, I got to lose the weight, I'm feeling crappy, I'm feeling terrible, I don't know what to do. All this is out there. Thanks for the hearts. It's all out there, right? You need to bring it all together and bring it into your life in a way that feels good for you, right? In a way that feels good for you. And that's aligned with what you want. That's aligned with what you want in life, how you want your life to be. So getting that vision, that clear vision of you, your life, how you want to feel, how you want to be. Because that's what's important. The pounds on the scale cannot be all that you're focused on, because that will only bring you down. You'll only be disappointed. Because what if 1 week, 2 weeks, you don't lose any pounds? Oh my God, then everything's a failure, right? No. If you take consistent habits, eaten better, walked, done really great things, felt better, decreased your stress, done yoga, whatever, that's what to celebrate, is that you are actually taking action and you're doing great things for you and your body. That's what you focus on. And the more you feel better about that, and the more positive steps you take, and the more positive habits you build, and the better you eat, that weight will come off, right? All right. But I know what it's like to feel crappy. I know what it's like to go through those symptoms. I know what it's like to be so over emotional and cry when you don't want to cry nonstop, right? Not know what to do, feeling anxious, feeling depressed, all of those things. It does end. It does. Start taking really good care of you, and start saying no to things you don't wish to do, and start doing more for you, okay? All right, ladies. Well, thank you for being here, and for showing up, and for asking such great questions. I hope I have helped. And if anybody's watching the replay, post below. Would love to hear from you. Any concerns, any future topics for videos. All right. And there is a 21-day coming in July, maybe the end of June, but it is coming. So keep it in mind. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.